Hi, hello, friends, lovers, and people who desperately need to clean their rooms. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yes, I know I just did a ranking video, but the scripts that I've been working on are not ready yet, so I figured I might as well do something that, doesn't have to be script. Let's just jump right into it. I don't know. So as you can see, we are ranking things that have been suggested to me or that were also found on this one TikTok account. Let me pull it up so I don't forget the name. So this person is at Spencer Thomas on TikTok. Spencer Thomas started this series on his account called Things That Are Both Gay and Homophobic. And it inspired me a while back to rank them, but I never actually went ahead and did it. So that's what we're doing today. And you might be thinking, okay, well, how are you going to rank these things? Like, aren't they just gay and homophobic? No, I'm ranking how much I agree with these things. Some of them are things that Spencer had in his videos. Some of them are things that I had people suggest to me on Instagram. And a few are just things that I kind of came up with on my own. So that's how we're doing this. So to start off, we're going to go from most agree that this is terrible, gay and homophobic, all the way up to I disagree, this thing is a great thing. So to start off, obviously, if it is truly extremely gay and homophobic, it is a hate crime. Can't get out of that one. Then we have coming out as a prank. This is a thing that people did 2 years ago, because I remember seeing a lot of TikToks about it. People were coming out as a prank, which is gross and stupid. Way to go ruin people's trust in you. That seems stupid to me, but whatever. Then we have the Chromatica Oreos. You might find it a little controversial that I put that on this list, but the Chromatica Oreos were hated by so many, but beloved by both me and my cats. Were they kind of a diuretic? Yes. Do I need that on a regular basis? Yes. Were they really just dyed vanilla Oreos? Yes. But the vanilla Oreos are good. I'm not here for the hate. I'm not gonna accept that. Then we have hyperpop, which is listed because it is a genre completely sustained by the gays. I feel like we're the only ones who like it, but then still also so many people hate hyperpop. It's just an acquired taste. And then up at the top we have my fave, Mamma Mia, the movie musical. First of all, people who don't have any taste hate this movie. People who are excellent and know what they're talking about love this movie. Someone that I lived with my sophomore year came up with a drinking game called Mamma Mia Drunks. First of all, it's the best drinking game to ever exist. Possibly, potentially, I may one day do a video on it, but it seems hard and also difficult to film and then edit. Also, my friend Shane, who I'm moving in with in New York, we've already decided that the moment that we move in, our first night, we will be watching Mamma Mia and celebrating with Mamma Mia Drunks. Possibly watching that movie multiple times. Did I also think about putting Cats the musical on the tiers? Yes. I didn't though, because that is just a thing that me and my friends I think. We did go see it midnight on New Year's Eve before the pandemic started, so that was very toxic of us, but it was an amazing experience. Highly, highly, highly recommend. So now to the actual ranking. This comes from a TikTok account at drag.queens who made a video saying these are drag queens who, if they weren't gay, would be homophobic. And they suggested Alaska Thunderfuck 5000 from the planet Glamtron, which, big disagree, okay? As a fellow Pitt grad, no. Alaska established what is easily the best theater party that happens annually at Pitt, and that is the greatest service anyone could ever provide to my personal life. So I'm actually going to say that Alaska is hyperpop, because Alaska is very grating, like hyperpop, but she's provided so much culture. And also, I still kind of like her, even though she's not perfect. Then we have American pride flags, pride flags that are the American flag. This is fully homophobic, but it's not as bad as the blue line ones that are also a little they have the gay symbols, but also the US hates the gays and wants us dead. So I'm gonna go with coming out as a prank. Then we have Bend It Like Beckham. First of all, an incredible movie. So good. And so almost gay. It's almost gay. It's definitely like a gay staple movie, but both of the characters are straight. Makes no sense to me. Seems stupid. Disagree full-heartedly with that, but it's still so good. So I think I have to go with Chromatica Oreos because, like, it should have been gay. And having them not be gay is upsetting. But it's also such a good movie. But it's not quite hyperpop. It's not like a just some people's taste level. You know, it's like everyone's. So, Chromatica Oreos. Then we have Call Me By Your Name. This one hurts. This one really hurts. I, like, really don't actually know what to do with this one because... agree, but also, like, it's so beautiful. It's very much like La Vie d'Adèle, blue is the warmest color. Also, Armie Hammer being a cannibal, that makes it hurt even more, you know? And no one in the cast was gay. But it's not quite a hate crime, you know? Like, I want to put it in Chromatica Oreos or Hyperpop, but I just really do get the sense that it has to be coming out as a prank. Then we have Gays for Trump. This one's just so easy, I don't even need to explain it. It's just a hate crime. Then we have corporate pride logos. This one's hard too. Jeez. Because it is like a complete slap in the face, but also it's not like it could be worse. It really could be worse, actually, TBH. So I think I'm going to have to put this one in coming out as a prank as well. I just know that that's where a lot of these are going to end up because it's like, well, how violently terrible is this thing? Then we have Draco Malfoy. This one's obvious because Draco should have, would have, and could have been gay. Especially hello to books 4 and 6. Especially book 6, my favorite. My favorite. He was just like in so much gay pain. And I just know it. But he's definitely not as bad as like coming out as a prank. So I think he's going to have to go into Chromatica Oreos because I feel like it's like the character equivalent of like desperately needing to rush to the bathroom because it's an emergency. We then have E-Boys. Yeah, I'm gonna go with straight up hate crime, especially, you know, I'm thinking about that Noah Beck photo shoot, all of the queer baiting that goes on. They definitely, lots of E-Boys were coming out as a prank. And I know that people like Bryce Hall have called other people the F slur, like in my heart and my soul. I don't think I've actually like seen it, but like just feel it to be true. God, then we have Ellen DeGeneres.
Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. I'm dead.
I'm gonna put her in hate crime and then I'm gonna explain it because Ellen is married to Portia. Now that's homophobic to me because I should be married to Portia. Duh. And then also, she's a capitalist. So that right there, that's a hate crime against the gays. I hate her sense of style. It's ugly. And she's not funny, which is a crime in and of itself. There's a lot in there. There's a lot. Okay, this next one's very exciting for me because I hate Elliot with 2 T's. Elliot can't dance. Sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
Did I dance for 14 years? Yes. Am I more talented and hot and fly and beautiful and gorgeous than Elliot with 2 T's will ever be? Yes.
Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Was Elliot with 2 T's microaggressive? Yes. Need I say more? Elliot should have gone the fuck home sooner. So this one was suggested by my friend Rebecca, who, all tea, all shade, Rebecca is a heterosexual. So rude, but okay, I see what she's saying. But, like, fanny packs are the very capable butch lesbians of fashion. Also, I like fanny packs. There are not enough opportunities to wear them because I don't go outside. And also when I do go outside, I have so much shit to carry that I just have a huge ass Longchamp. That has nothing to do with ranking it. I think she's totally wrong. Totally wrong. And I feel like the most people that I know who have and have worn fanny packs are queer. So I'm putting this in hyperpop. Very rude. And this next one was suggested by @Candid Torrance, which there is another one that's like fairly similar to this that we're going to be looking at later, but this is Femme for Femme, and I completely see what you're saying because this is very turfy thing to say and do and believe, and yet at the same time, I, a femme, non-binary lesbian, very much feel attracted to other femmes, Like, I really like femmes, but only dating femmes is very, very suspect. It feels so slimy that I almost feel like it can't just be coming out as a prank. But the other one that I have coming up that's similar is worse. So I think I do have to put this one in coming out as a prank because it's not quite a hate crime, but it almost... You know what? No, fuck it. It is a hate crime. It's absolutely a hate crime. And I'm just putting it there. Then we have Five Below. This one I completely understand because Five Below, it's just like Alibaba in a brick and mortar store. Also, everything that they have there is absolutely over $5. So it's a lie. Am I gonna put it in Chromatica Oreos? Yes, because I do think that it's a thing that some gays still do really like. And like it has a time and a place, but it also does kind of suck. Then we have Rupaul. Many people have suggested Rupaul and anything connected to Rupaul, but I feel like that would be its own video to rank everything that's related to Rupaul. Considering that Rupaul has not given the win to two trans people in a row that should have won, and also barred trans people from competing for like a long ass time, RuPaul has committed hate crimes. Plus also like fuck fracking. We hate RuPaul. Then we have Jane Lynch. So Jane Lynch in Glee, now that's camp. That's hyperpop for sure. Jane Lynch in The L Word, that's a hate crime. I hate it. I hate it so much. Jane Lynch also can't act, like at all. Jane Lynch is not an actor. Jane Lynch is a tall person. That's it. Like, that's all I can really say. Jane Lynch is an old person who's tall and is gay. Like, you could say the same thing about Gumby. So I'm putting Jane Lynch in coming out as a prank because she shouldn't be gay, but she is. Then we have boys' locker rooms. You know, I'm gonna assume, yeah, from everything that I've seen in media, there's a lot of hate crimes that take place there. So, easily done. Also, men's soccer. Men's soccer is boring. Sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
It is very boring. Granted, I have said the same thing about baseball, and now I enjoy watching baseball with my dad while I knit. That is very Chromatica Oreos of me. Men's soccer. I just feel like because men who play soccer professionally feel very like whiny because they like fall down when nothing happened, with the exception of the man who literally his heart stopped on the soccer field and had to be revived and now has a defibrillator in his heart. He is the exception. We are not talking about him. Oh my god. That's crazy. I'll never stop thinking about it. That was so much, and I didn't even watch it happen. Men's soccer in general is giving very much coming out as a prank, coming out for attention, while not actually being gay. So, this one's really easy. Mike Pence is a hate crime. Obviously, I'm sure he's, like, done actual hate crimes, like, in office in Indiana, ? I have literally no idea where he was before he became the president's little friend by association. He also went to conversion therapy, so that's a hate crime. Then we have Neville from Icarly, who is gay and hateful in every single way. And he was, like, aggressively mean. Granted, Carly was definitely straight, so did she maybe deserve it? Maybe. I really can't remember very much from that show. I feel bad putting this child into hate crime, but he was so terrible, so I am going to do that. Then we have Pete Buttigieg, who should not be gay. Also, why was a gay person in the military? Like, I know gays, we have the legal right to be serving in the military. There was a whole thing about it in The L Word, and it was like low-key actually a good plotline, even though I also hated it, because Alice became very trad wife. Gross, disgusting, bad. Pete Buttigieg is like, you know how people are like gay for, well, you know how there was like a thing that people said in like the early 2000s that was like gay for pay? Pete Buttigieg is like gay for straight approval. You know what I mean? Like everything he does is for the straight gays, like the male gays but straight, like just straight people to pat him on the back and be like, you're one of the good ones. Ew, disgusting, gross. So I just like feel bad for him. I feel like Pete Buttigieg's self-loathing is so similar to Draco's, so for that I'm going to put him into Chromatica Oreos. Then we have Raven Simone. Don't like her at all. I think she did something bad recently. It may or may not have, I don't remember what it was. I just remember people didn't like it. Also, being in the cast of The View as their token queer, like, that's, no thanks. I'm all about not pandering to the straights, if you couldn't tell by everything about me. I also don't like that she collabed with Nick Avocado. Is that right? Nick Avocado? I think it's Nick Avocado. Not totally sure if the avocado thing is a joke that people have just, like, kept going with. But, really hate everything about her. But I don't know if that's just, like, me. So, like, I am gonna say coming out as a prank, just because I'm not totally sure how terrible she is. You know what I mean? This next one's easy. Raven, the drag queen from season 2 of Drag Race, who does RuPaul's makeup, is a racist, and very clearly blackfishes, so right into hate crime, very easy, do not need to even think about it. Then we have Ryan Murphy, which was somewhat suggested by a lot of people. Most people said Glee specifically, but I think Ryan Murphy himself is a homophobe. I can't really explain that very well, but obviously he created Glee, and Glee was homophobic. And Scream Queens, which was also his creation, felt homophobic. He's just, like, so terrible, but he has produced a lot of culture. And I'm pretty sure someone on Glee did come out as a prank. So that's where I'm gonna put him, because I hate him, but I know that show that's, like, scary. Oh, American Horror Story, there we go. American Horror Story is, like, good. I only saw one season. It was Roanoke. It was, like, the scariest one. Should I have watched that? No. Should I have done my homework instead? Yes. But I can't turn back time, unfortunately. Then we have Selfie Sticks. Selfie sticks just feel straight to me. I've never seen a gay person use a selfie stick. I've never heard a gay person say that.
I've never heard this from any gay person. No.
I feel like we are very neutral on selfie sticks, so I am gonna put it into Chromatica Oreos because it hasn't done anything good for society. And then we have Sharon Needles, who is a racist and a child groomer. Very sad to see a Yinzer become terrible, but alas, you either die as a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain? ?
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And Sharon Needles is a villain, which is sad, because I really like their drag on season 4. It was like, finally, not someone who's just a fucking cookie cutter. And like, I think season 4 was like the beginning of the seasons actually being decent. Then we have Shawn Mendes. Yes, Shawn Mendes on 2 different ranking videos within 1 month. Shawn Mendes, I feel so bad for him. I hope he never sees this. I really just do feel bad for him. The self-loathing is really just so there. But his music is good. He's got great style. Everyone seems to like him, but he hates himself. So I will be putting him into Chromatica Oreos. Now, my former mentor at my job and current friend suggested Starbucks, which is an interesting choice. I don't think Starbucks knows that it's gay, you know? Like, I don't think corporate has any idea. I think Dunkin' corporate is well aware that they're gay because of the iced coffee, obviously, but Starbucks seems to only hire gay people. Like, only. Which, okay, that's a little bit praxis. It's a little bit because we live in a capitalist society and queer people historically have been kept from economic opportunities. So hence why I think it's maybe praxis. I'm gonna say it's definitely not very good. It's like overly expensive and not good enough to be as expensive as it is. Like the coffee's kind of flavorless. So I will be putting it into Chromatica Oreos. The same person also suggested Super Bowl halftime shows, which is so real because it's like most years, not the weekend, fuck that. That was terrible. But most years, it's like, okay, we are putting the Super Bowl together. We know gay people don't like sports because for the most part, they're boring. These head honchos also choose acts that are very much the Spotify playlists, songs that make gay people scream. Beyonce, Lady Gaga. It's feeling very pandering and not very the gay people like this on our own, but it is also giving very exciting thing in the middle of a disappointment. So I will be putting it into Chromatica Oreos. We then have something that was in both one of Spencer Thomas's videos, but then also suggested by my friend Savannah and kind of by my friend Nicole, Target, but also Target's Pride collection. Especially. It's so ugly. It's like almost camp though. It's like so close to turning over and being camp. It's so terrible. It's so ugly. But gay people also love Target. I mean, most people love Target. It's not quite as bad as it could be, so it is going to be in coming out as a prank. This one was suggested by Artemis the Android, who is currently straddling the line between actual friend and just person who watches my videos. Very exciting. Is this a parasocial relationship or am I real? But they suggested preferences. So like dating preferences, like you know how very infamously on Grindr people will say no fats, no femmes, no Asians. Do that. Which obviously is horrendous. And people talking about that and shaming it, I think, is a good thing, and hopefully will have a lasting impact and get people to stop being shitty. But I do think it's going to take a long time. Like, I think it's okay to know sort of like, this is the kind of person that I tend to really feel attracted toward. But deciding you actively will not date an entire group of people is horrendous and is a hate crime. My friend Kyle, who makes earrings for Trixie Mattel, suggested Crocs, which is so true. So true, bestie. The only people who I know who wear Crocs are the worst kind of straight people. So directly into coming out as a prank. My friend Kayla suggested themselves, which I think is so fucking funny. And like, wig.
Tea on period, sis. Pop off wig. Go in.
Kayla and I have the same birthday. Iconic. Icon shit. So because Kayla is also kind of me, Kayla's going directly into Mamma Mia, the movie musical. Then my friend Lindsay suggested King Princess, which big disagree, actually. I love King Princess. I think their music is great. I understand why people don't like King Princess. Are those reasons like not very well founded? Yeah. Or at least I don't think they are. I think the hatred is a little steep for something that we've seen so many people do a lot worse shit. But I also see where King Princess is grading. Was that a great concert that I went to right before the pandemic began? Yes. King Princess is going into hyperpop because so many people don't like her music, but I do. This is my second favorite suggestion. This is from, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, Situs Terrace, Sister Cindy.
There are vampire hosts all over this campus. It's a poop hole. We needed to have lots of orgasms. The next thing she will do is squeeze the very life out of your testicle. 1, 2, STD. 1, 2, STD. 1, 2, STD. He was spanking me with the Bible.
Whoa.
And as he spanked me, I was just laughing. Enjoying the whole thing. A lake of fire.
It's just a hell of a voice.
When I say Sister Cindy should have been Jewish, and that is a video idea that I have, 100%, yes. Sister Cindy is very much my great aunt. She feels like every crazy elderly Jewish person that I know, but not any of the goyim that I know. Which, do the gays love Sister Cindy? Like as camp, like as a prank, like we like Sister Cindy as a prank. Like, yeah. I really think Sister Cindy's hyperpop. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but it's kind of true. And then last but not least, also suggested by my friend Nicole, Supernatural. I mean, yeah, if you send someone to super hell for coming out, it's kind of a hate crime. Aw. Damn. there we go. Take it all in. Take it all in. The only people that are great enough to be in Mamma Mia, the movie musical, even though I thought that there was going to be more there, is my friend Kayla, which means by virtue of Kayla being there, I am also there. Wig. But yeah, that's that. I hope you guys had a great Pride and stayed safe. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow my social media that's in the description box as per usual. How many times can I say as usual in one sentence? Hopefully I can finish up that script that I've been working on and get that to you very soon. But if not, you might get another ranking video. Sorry. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Whoa, whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go